Welcome to MMA on the Rocks. My name is Bill Welker. You are listening to Picks and Pours, episode 68. Today is Thursday, August the 7th, for those of you keeping track. And we're coming off of another week for the UFC, in my opinion. And we're about to lead into another one as we build up to UFC 319 in 2 weeks' time. Before we get into any of that, let me introduce from all the way across town, Matt the Mechanic. What's going on, Matt?
Not much, just enjoying a nice rainy Thursday evening. I'm feeling really cultured tonight. I had pizza rolls for dinner, and I just poured myself a nice Michter's sour mash. So
Oh,
got a little redneck, little fancy.
yeah, that's a nice pour right there. What do you think of it?
I like it. It's pretty good. I wanted a Michter's because I like their bottle, and then I saw this one had like the some little tag on there that said it was like the most highly reviewed bourbon of 2024. I know that's probably bullshit, but it made me spend the extra $3.
Well, it was Whiskey Advocate's number one. I think it was before 2024 though. But
I don't know. Maybe that's
whatever
what
the
it
case,
said.
it was high up there for Whiskey Advocate several years ago. And it's a damn good whiskey. I like a lot of stuff that comes out of Michter's. I got to visit their distillery when we went to Louisville. We didn't do a tour or anything. We just sat at the bar and had just a single pour of their bomb burgers, which is a really hard whiskey to find. It's like their equivalent of like a George Stagg for Buffalo Trace or something like that. Highly allocated, hard to come by, usually very overpriced. But it was delicious.
Yeah, I like this. I'm a sucker for bottle designs, and they got a really solid bottle design.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they know what they're doing over there. Absolutely. I had a big week this week, Matt. Finally had my first eggs produced
Hold
by
on.
my chickens.
We've got a new segment, and I need to introduce it. So hold
Okay.
that. All right.
Old
Bill's
man
Farm
Welker
Adventure.
had a farm. Yeah, so I found my first egg on Tuesday. So that was really exciting. Not totally sure which chicken laid it yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm like playing a
You only
game.
had one? It looked to me like you had like 4.
Oh, so I have fake eggs in there.
For what?
So I put wooden eggs in there so that they know where to go to lay the eggs, and also if they try and peck at them, they'll realize that they can't crack them open, so it prevents the chickens from pecking at the eggs after they're laid.
Okay, I'm going to limit your chicken Googling to 1 Google search a week.
Hey, it worked.
Well, no, it worked because they laid their egg where they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And Bill, how in the hell would they know? Have they ever saw an egg before? If they've never had an egg?
Well, they laid it in the right place.
Yeah, because that's where they're supposed to lay it.
But how do they know that?
Because I don't know. Hey, we're not the first people to explore chickens. That's they just do it. I think they always lay their egg in the most safe spot. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I was looking forward to an omelet. You only had 1. I thought you had freaking 5. I was like, oh, he's got all different colored ones. He's good.
No, so far I've got 3, and they're little because they're still pullets, so they're not laying like full-size eggs yet.
Man, you're going to have a PhD in chickens by now.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, I see you. You're going to have to start up a cost analysis to see how much till you start.
So far, 1 egg has cost me about $1,200.
I don't know. You might need to go over the books. I think it might be a
But
bit more than that.
But over the course of the next 60 to 65 years, I should break even.
Yeah. No, it's great. You're going to teach your daughter a bit. You're going to get some stuff produced at home. I don't know about the little frozen treats I saw pop up my Instagram feed. I find that a bit over the top, but what the
Oh,
hell?
well, that's not me. That's the wife's touch. She just all you do is throw some blueberries in an ice cube tray and give it to him when it's hot out.
Man, screw that. Put that in your drink. The chickens will eat the worms.
I just might. I just might.
Who stole all the chicken food? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we give him like a lot of fruit scraps and stuff. You know, like he cut off the end of the strawberry or whatever, and they'll eat that up.
Uh, You have to
So,
get when you start getting a surplus. Send me over a couple eggs. I want to try the
uh,
difference because I've never had it. All our chickens all ever eat is just corn and bugs.
huh. All right. Yeah. Well, have to try some spoiled chicken eggs.
Did you eat them?
Not yet, just because they're so tiny, and we only have 3, so it's like not even a whole meal yet.
Nice hard boiled eggs. Just go for it and eat make it soft boiled.
I just might. I just might. How do you like your eggs? I like my eggs over easy.
I thought I liked my eggs over easy until I moved to Florida and realized I like my eggs over medium.
Ah. Okay.
I like them. I like it to be flipped for just a split second at the end. I like yolk, runny yolk, no slime.
Hmm.
But I'm
Okay.
also I will not turn down a scrambled egg. I like a scrambled egg.
I do enjoy scrambled eggs. That's how I eat them most often, just because it's the easiest. But if I have like time, I'll make my eggs over easy. But maybe I am making them over medium, and I just
Yeah,
don't
over easy, you
realize.
don't flip them. Same thing as sunny side up.
So what's the difference between over easy and I thought over easy you flip them just for a second.
I don't think so. If you go to order it, if you order an over easy egg at a like a legit breakfast spot like down here at Lenny's, they're not going to
Uh-huh.
flip it.
Oh. So then what's sunny side up?
I think it's over easy and sunny side up, same thing.
Oh, this is news to me. We're gonna have to bring in the chicken doctors on this one.
Yeah, we have to bring it in. But how I like my eggs is also dependent on if there's toast or not. Because if there's no toast, I want them scrambled.
Oh
If there's
yeah.
toast, I run a runny yolk. But
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta dip something in the yolk.
yeah, I don't like to just eat a runny yolk. That's not for me.
Big old
Unless it's on a
fat slice
sandwich.
of sourdough. Look at where the conversation is going because the fights have sucked so bad lately.
Mm.
Did you watch last week's card?
I had it on in the background.
Yeah, terrible. I didn't watch anything. I didn't even see any good highlights come out of it. I saw Neil Magny tied for second place for some record for something, so I guess he won.
Yeah, most wins.
I don't even know any other results. This like, what are they doing here? The card next week sucks. Like the main event to me is interesting. Like if this was like the third or fourth fight on the main card of like a good card, I would
Are we
be
talking
like,
about next
oh
week or this
yeah,
week?
I'm talking about Roman Dolidze
Okay,
and
this
Fluffy
week.
Hernandez. If that was like the third or fourth fight on a main card of like a good card, I would say like, oh, look out for that fight. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, but
But
but on a pay per view, like the third fight, like the feature fight of a pay per view.
no. Like maybe like the opening fight of a pay-per-view. Or even like the main prelim.
I don't know. What are these guys
I'd be like, oh, look out for this fight. But because it's a main event, makes me think that this one's gonna be a dud. Because sometimes you match up two exciting fighters and you put them in a high pressure situation. They play it safe. And 5 rounds just becomes too much of this. I think it would be better as a 3-round fight in like the middle of a pay-per-view card or like the middle of a stacked fight night. I think that's where this fight would really shine. But the fact that it's 5 rounds And both of these guys are I'm fans of both of these guys. I like the way they fight, but something just tells me that this one's going to be a flop. And I think it's just because, just to use an analogy, you have to put all your eggs in this basket because the rest of this card is weak. It falls apart. So you almost have to hope that this is going to be like a barn burner to save this card. And I think the pressure of that is going to make it disappoint.
Man, you're setting the bar really low. So I hope you're wrong.
I hope I am too. I hope this is fight of the year because I haven't wanted to watch an MMA fight in like 3 or 4 weeks. And I don't want to watch one until UFC 319 right now. But I'm probably going to watch this card and I hope it's good.
Hey, I got a good thing.
Okay.
It starts at 7 p.m.
That's nice. I'm planning to go to a matinee movie on Saturday, so I should be getting home from the movies right around then.
What you gonna go see? War of the Worlds?
We're gonna go see Sketch.
Oh, never heard of it.
Well, it's a kid's movie. It's about a young girl and everything she draws comes to life. And it's got some pretty good looking CGI. It had good reviews. I was going to take my daughter this weekend to see the Smurfs movie that just came out, but apparently it's a dud. It got like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, that's not a surprise from the Smurfs. When have
Yeah.
the Smurfs ever been good?
I would occasionally watch the Smurfs as a kid, but I don't really remember anything about it.
That's because we had 3 channels.
That's true.
And
all I remember is that every Smurf was trying to bang Smurfette because she was the only girl.
I don't remember that much. But that would be what you remember.
Yeah. And 9-year-old me was like, well, who's going to get the banger?
Who's going to get the banger?
Is it going to be the one with the glasses?
There's really only one female?
Was Papa Smurf hitting it? Yeah, I think Smurfette was it. It was like an anti-harem.
A real cockfest.
Yeah. Just little blue Smurf cocks everywhere. You Googling it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there were more women.
Okay. You're correct. The classic Smurfs only had one female Smurfette, but as the series progressed, some of the Smurfs transitioned.
What? Is it real?
But it says.
Like the Smurfs changed their genders?
I don't know. It's just the Google, the AI, and then to Smurf Willow, Smurf Storm, Smurf Lily, Smurf Blossom.
So you're getting like, you're getting a Smurf with like berries and no twigs. Like, what's going on there?
I don't know. It's a cartoon, Bill. It's not getting the weeds here.
Well, in any case, Smurfs didn't have good reviews. Sketch did have good reviews, and my daughter's like a little artist, so I figured it'd be a good movie for her. We're getting ready for the big second grade this year, starting on Monday. Can't wait to get back into a routine again.
Hey, did you see that video I sent you earlier about the crazy school list? Is that pretty accurate?
I didn't.
Okay, it was just like a guy walking with his wife with buying school supplies, and it was just like you had to buy specific brands and ungodly amounts of each item, like 6 boxes of tissues and Lysol wipes, and the guy's this whole time like, I never had any of this. I just had a pencil.
Yeah. It's so what you saw is probably exaggerated.
Yeah.
For comedy a little bit, but it has gotten out of hand. Like now we have to buy supplies for the classroom. Like, the tissues and the Clorox wipes and hand sanitizer and all that's on there. And then the thing I had a hard time with was the folders. The folders were very specific They have to be certain colors, and they had to have like binder prongs in them.
Well, I mean, I guess your daughter's age, that's probably to ease in, like, okay, everybody, get out your red folder.
Yeah, like red is for math and green is for writing,
But
whatever they
you
do.
know,
I lucked out with the school supplies this year though, because I took my daughter to Walmart for your Walmart, actually. We were just going in to get something else. I forget what it was. And right when I walked in, my wife texted me the school supply list. And it was like midday on a Friday, and they had just stocked everything. So they had everything on the list like right there. So I just like dumped it all in the cart, checked off the whole list in one shot. It was super easy.
and so what that set you back?
Uh Probably like $100.
Okay, that's $100 ain't bad.
Yeah. I mean, it'll end up being more than that because then, you know, the wife and daughter went on a shopping spree for clothes and
Oh man, that was the best back in the day, wasn't it? Getting your school clothes around.
oh, my daughter had a blast with it. I had a blast with it this year because we went to International Mall in Tampa
Geesh.
and yeah, well they had sales and stuff going on. The kids stores weren't bad. So as we're walking in, there's a cigar bar like by the entrance. And my wife goes, probably jokingly, "Hey, you want to just wait for us in there while we go shopping?" So I just threw my credit card at her and and ran before she could change her mind.
Yep.
And then I
Spice
sat
bullet.
down and had a cigar and a whiskey while they went and spent all my money.
Hey, did you see the Naked Guns in theaters? I think you should go. Guys should go check out that.
I don't know if my daughter's old enough for that one.
PG-13.
I don't know. It looked I saw the preview and I don't know. How do you replace Leslie Nielsen
No, well, you're gonna find out. I mean,
with a guy whose name sounds similar if you're drunk? Like if you're trying to say Leslie Nielsen and Liam Neeson while you're drunk, like they might come out about the same.
I saw an interview where they asked Nielsen about it, and he says, "Well, this isn't. I'm not trying to replace him. I'm trying to honor him." So I thought that was a pretty uh, slick answer.
This reminds me of like they did a remake of Fletch, didn't they? The Chevy Chase movie.
I don't know.
And I think that one was terrible. I don't know.
Well, anyway, let's bang through these fights.
All right.
Then I got a little bit of news.
All right. So do you have picks this week?
I do.
Because the people were asking for picks last week.
Yeah. Well, here they are.
What's the first fight on the main card? Is it Miles
Eric
John,
Anders.
Eric Anders, and Christian Leroy Duncan?
Yep.
All right. Who you got?
Well, Christian Leroy Duncan is a minus 520, and that's who I'm obviously going to take in this fight, but that's not worth it. So I'm just going to hold my pick here. I got some underdogs I want to spice up a little bit.
All right. So then we got Miles Johns and Gene Matsumoto.
And I don't even know who Matsumoto is. I'm going to keep my dollar here because I looked a bit on paper, well, on the internet about this Matsumoto, and he looks like he's on a tear. So we're just going to keep it. No dollar.
Is he
there.
The favorite?
Yeah, minus 298.
Okay. So do you have a pick for Andre Fili and Christian Rodriguez?
That's the first pick I have.
All right. Lay it on me.
I'm going to take Andre Fili at plus 200. I mean, C-Rod is a bitch, but I think he's not a bitch. He's a bad dude, but I just don't feel he's so long, and I don't see how he's going to deal with that range.
Yeah. Yeah. At that kind of plus money, it's not a bad bet. My hesitation with betting on Andre Fili is he's just so inconsistent, but he does have double the experience of Christian Rodriguez. So at plus money, like it's a pretty sound bet, I think. All right, Yasmin Lucindo and Angela Hill.
Well, we've been talking a lot about genes, and it's quite possible that with Angela Hill, we might have some extraterrestrial genes out there because she is 40 and both of her grandparents were abducted by aliens. So,
Oh, wow.
um, and I'm not making that up. I mean, well, they might not have been, but they're pretty famous for saying they've been abducted. But she's plus 150. She has a problem getting the decision, but I'm going to play her in the underdog spot.
All right, that's fair. I mean, she's fighting to not go into a 500 record. She's sitting at 15 and 14 right now. So that's, I
40
mean,
years old.
that's something to fight for. Yeah, I mean, man, credit to her because we're the same age, and I couldn't get in there and do this. So, and I definitely wouldn't make straw weight. I couldn't even make straw weight in high school.
And she's 40, and when you see her fight, you still know, you can tell that she's like training and trying to fix things because
Yeah,
she'll have a problem and come back with a solution the next fight. And
yeah. I mean, she started out like strictly a Muay Thai fighter, and she developed a ground game over the years. Like she's definitely still growing as a fighter, which is really impressive at her age. All right, co-main event: Steve Ursig and Ode Osborne.
Ursig's a big favorite here at minus 575.
Ooh,
This fight was supposed to be Ursig versus I think it was Alex Perez, but he pulled out. And I'm looking at this fight. This is just a fight to get Steve Ursig back on the winning track. I mean, I don't. He was a huge favorite, and then they've dropped it, and now he's fighting an unranked fighter, and he's even bigger favorite. I just think
uh-huh.
they want to be getting the win column. So that's
Sure.
another one that I'm not betting on. So I'm gonna
Okay.
have $3 on the main event,
Ooh. All right.
and
That's intriguing.
I'm going with the Dolidze
Okay.
at plus
What are the
250.
odds though?
He's plus 250, minus
Really?
310.
Huh.
But he's another fighter that seems like his skill always improved. And yeah, Hernandez is a beast, but he really does really well when he's fighting strikers and he just puts it on the striker. And I really think Dolidze has the skills to just slow him down and when it might not be interesting, but like you're saying a boring fight, but I think he can get the decision at least.
Yeah, I worry about fights like this where there's so much pressure on them because like it could be a pretty boring card leading up to that, and then it's like, they got both of these guys are going in knowing they have 5 rounds to work, and that's usually not the recipe for the most exciting fights. Like eh, I'm borderline making the case to get rid of 5-round fights.
Or maybe just get rid of the rule that the main event has to be 5 rounds. Because some fights I want to see at 5 rounds.
Yeah, but like, how many fights have ended after 3 rounds where you like really wanted to see more?
I mean, all the great decisions, like
Yeah, there's
you
been
Matt
there's been a
Justin
handful.
Gaethje, um,
Sure, that one, deserving of the 5 rounds.
Adesanya and Gastelum, all the greatest fights.
I think what they should do is make every fight 3 rounds, and then at the end of 3 rounds, the fans get to decide if it
Who
goes
did
to
that?
fourth and fifth.
Didn't Bare Knuckle do that? Somebody did that.
Well, bare knuckle did. If it's a draw, they go to a 6th round.
Oh,
Our boy Ryan Reber had a 6th round fight that he won.
yeah, draw on how many rounds of that fight? Yeah, 5 round draw.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you think Dolidze gets it done?
Probably be a decision. Probably be fluffy, blitzes too much, gets tired.
Could be.
What the hell? There's your picks, people.
I gotta question something here because I pulled up Roman Dolidze on Sherdog, and it has his nickname listed as the Caucasian.
Mhm.
Is that
I
right?
have him listed as
Can we,
he didn't have one.
can we fact check this? I'm looking at it right now. It's hold on. I gotta share this screen real quick so you can look at what I'm looking at. Um,
Yep.
yeah. Look, this is Sherdog right now. Is this a troll job by them?
No, I've it listed on Wikipedia.
Roman
Sherdog.
the Caucasian
Tapology.
Dolidze. What I I need a background story on this.
Well, it could be a language thing,
Yeah.
or it could just be the most obvious fight name ever. It's just like he's like, "Hey, what's your fight name?" He's like, "I don't really give a shit." All right, the Caucasian.
Yeah, I mean, that could be. That's up there with the worst fight nicknames for me. But one of the
The
worst.
worst. I find it one of the best. I mean, other fight names on this card: Fluffy, the Jamaican Sensation, Touchy Feely,
Yeah,
Ya Boy.
yeah, that's true.
I
This
mean, the
card might
Caucasian.
have the
Not
worst
great. It
nicknames
doesn't suck.
ever.
It's just solid, and he can never lose it. He'll always live up to that fight name.
I guess so. To me, the worst ever was there was a Canadian fighter named Jason McDonald. He was on one of the early seasons of The Ultimate Fighter, and his nickname was the Athlete.
Oh, I think I figured it out. And if I'm right, this is awesome. So in Georgia, the country, there is a Caucasus mountain range.
Okay.
So maybe he is the Caucasian, which would be like saying the Appalachian. I'm gonna run with it.
Maybe. You might be right. But
And I
man,
did
there's a
not
lot of
find that.
you're right, there's a lot of shitty nicknames on this card. We got the Doctor, Euros Medic on this card. This might be pound for pound worst nicknames on a fight card ever. What's
Bautimi.
Angela Hill's nickname? Is it
Overkill.
Overkill?
Awesome one. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it rhymes. What else? We got any other? Steve Ursig have a nickname?
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy, that's fucking terrible. What is that? Fucking Jimmy Neutron? Like, what is that? Astro Boy? Come on.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say I'm probably correct on the fight name because the city he lists is sitting right in the Caucasus Mountains.
All right. That still sucks though.
It's much better if it was talking about his skin color, because then it's
Yeah,
just like, okay,
but it's still like
what's
it's
what
like
then? What's an awesome fight name?
it's like Roman, the guy from this place, Dolidze.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but that seems like that's a pretty common fight name. I know my favorite is the Sandman, Corey Sandhagen. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, Michael the Count Bisbing, I thought was good.
Oh, that's a good transition out of this shitty card. Did you see the news with Bisbing this week?
I did not.
So I'm going to
Oh
read
wait, are
this
we
from
done talking about nicknames?
okay. Remind me of Bisbing.
I will. I'm trying to think, like, what are some good nicknames now? You guys got to remind me of some of the good nicknames. The Iceman, Chuck Liddell. That
Yeah.
was that's
Oh,
that
here's the Korean
that's
Zombie,
top 10.
Rampage Jackson. That one was so good that that's his
Oh
name.
yeah. Like, oh, Vanderlei Silva, the axe murderer.
Yep, that's we're on this fan ranking. Um, we'll do the top 10. Number 4 is Shogun Hua.
That's another good one. I mean, that's become his name.
The Last Emperor.
Mirko Crow Cop.
Yep. I didn't know that Crow Cop wasn't his name.
No, because he was a police officer in Croatia.
Oh,
He
that's
was
much
the
better than his
he
last
was
name.
the he was the
Uh,
Filipovich.
okay, and you already got Chuck the Iceman, El Kukui,
That's a good one.
the Notorious,
I could say Wonder Boy is pretty good.
Natural Born Killer.
Wonder Boy is not a great nickname, but it works for Wonder Boy.
He's not on here. Cowboy,
Okay. Yeah.
Ruthless Robbie Lawler, Johnny
Oh, yeah.
Bones, Rumble Johnson, Big
Rumble
Country.
Johnson was a good one.
Anderson Silva's up here, but I thought his was stupid.
The
Spider.
Spider.
And I even particularly like spiders, but Jacare.
Jacare is a good one.
I've never heard of this guy, but Rick the Ginger with the intent to injure Pfeiffer.
Joe Piper's fighting soon, isn't he? And he's got
Yeah.
some stupid nickname. It's like Joe put him in a body bag, Piper, or something.
Dumb.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
the last one I'll mention is Charlie DeBronx, just because he got a fight announced. Did you see that?
yes.
October 11th in Brazil.
Shit, I just saw it too. Who's he fighting?
Kazeev.
Oh yeah. That's a good fight.
Yeah, it's the first time Charlie's fought in Brazil for a while, but it seems like a quick turnaround. When was the last time he fought? It hasn't been that long.
They fought Topuria
Yeah.
like 4 weeks ago. He got knocked out.
Oh, this is not fast.
Can you look up Joe Piper's nickname real fast while you're looking up whatever you're looking at too? Because I have a feeling as soon as you say it, I'm going to say that nickname sucks.
Body bags.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's childish.
Well, so's Astro Boy, so.
Yeah. Astro Boy is pretty bad.
Which person would you be more likely to tell them that their fight name sucks? Joe Pfeiffer or Steve Erceg?
I'll tell them both. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't like that name.
Into June is Charlie Oliveira versus, or no, his last fight was into June.
Okay,
July, August,
so like 4 weeks.
4 months after getting freaking blasted.
I mean, probably doesn't have a lot of time left in this sport.
Yeah, and it's in Brazil, so whatever. Fazeev doesn't hit that hard.
Gaethje's got a good nickname, the Highlight.
Yeah, I could do without fighting. I don't care about it. Other than the Notorious, I really like that one, and I'm not a big fan of Conor anymore.
I forgot one that we're leaving out that needs to be mentioned.
Oh, Redneck.
That one, the Steamroller Frivola.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
That's a great nickname.
Steamroller Pipe.
Hey, what?
You even saw he's got his own custom smoking device called the Steamroller.
I gotta get one of those. Steamroller, send me a pipe.
Yeah, send 2. No, send me one. Bill does not need one.
I smoke tobacco.
Not for this pipe.
Oh, okay. Not that good. What's it for? Crack?
Yes, crack, meth, and freebasing of
Send me one of your crack pipes, sir. Your finest crack pipe.
yeah. Use code Steamroller. All right, so Bisbing.
Yeah, tell me about Bisbing.
There's Bisbing's in the news because there is a murderer that was around northern England and around from 1991, not murderer, serial killer from 1991 to 2000. And he has been locked up, and he did a interview with some sort of publication over there, and he's like, yeah, because he was called the Hammer Killer, and he'd break in people's houses and beat them with a hammer. Well, apparently in this interview, he revealed that he broke into Michael Bisbing's house when Bisbing was a teenager and was going to kill him and his family, but he ended up, they didn't come home or something, and Bisbing, they told this to Bisbing's, and he's like, yeah, I remember that my house got broken into when I was a kid, and this guy's killed a ton of people.
Wow. And how old was Bisbing at the time?
And he was like, he said he was in his late teens. He was like just learning, just starting training in martial arts.
Oh man. Oh, so that could have changed the whole course of history for MMA.
Yeah, that's wild.
So imagine that at the time, like, oh, your house gets broken into, we got robbed or whatever, and then you find out years later you could have gotten murdered with a hammer.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, it is weird that Bisbing's got that movie coming out, but whatever.
Oh, you going tinfoil hat here?
I don't know. It's just,
Dude, I don't know what to believe anymore.
I always have my skeptical hippo eyes up.
Have you seen? Okay, so I definitely don't want to get political here, but
I'm going to go ahead and get political.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get political. So a lot of people have been speaking out against a certain part of the world, right? That controls pretty much all of the media, excluding this podcast. So
if you guys don't know, he's talking about Bolivia.
So Jake Shields, familiar MMA personality, has been one of these people speaking out against, everything that's going on in that part of the world, and those people that are, allegedly in control of all the media narratives. So Jake Shields has a very trusting kind of aura to him, right? Like the guy talks, you think he's just being honest. Like he just kind of has that vibe. So he has now become, like, over the past 5 or 6 years, this kind of political pundit now. And he does a podcast, I think it's called Fighting Back. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a great podcast. I don't miss an episode.
I mean, I watch clips. I follow Jake, but now he has this like millionaire or billionaire friend of his, right? Have you seen this guy?
Oh yeah,
I forget his name.
Yeah.
And this guy got his black belt in jiu-jitsu in under 4 years, allegedly. And then some footage came out of this guy drilling, and he looks like a white belt. The only thing I'm getting at is, like, so Jake Shields is this guy's head trainer. I guess he gave him his black belt in 3 years and 7 months, which is, you do jiu-jitsu. That's, if it's legit, that's extremely impressive.
Yeah, that's right? What's her name? Hannah.
Tom Brady's wife?
No, a legit one. Hannah. God damn it, Danaher's female protege that's like 17 and winning ADCC.
Okay.
She got her belt in like that amount of time, but she's there's nobody out there that can beat her. So
Yeah, that's
fair
fair
enough.
then. So this guy has not competed, nothing, just he's just a rich dude who trains jujitsu. Um, one of my first jujitsu coaches was a guy by the name of Stephen Williams. Shout out Stephen Williams. He got his black belt from Henzo Gracie in 4 years, and they called him the Prodigy. Now, he was definitely legit, competed. I've seen him do things to people that were, like, much bigger than him, and, like, the guy was a legitimate black belt. But the point I'm getting at is, like, you don't know who you can trust or what to believe with anything on the internet because everybody's got a price, to quote the $1 Million Man. And I think that's all I was getting at with that.
I have my take on that is jiu-jitsu is one of those sport like getting a black belt isn't it's very easy to police if a person is a black belt or not. And I'm pretty sure anybody that trained with this gentleman will easily know what is going on during that role pretty quickly.
Mhm.
And I don't hate on guys trying to get paid. And if you're getting paid, who cares? We know there's a difference between competition belts and hobbyist belts. And this
Sure.
guy's got a hobbyist belt. So, oh well.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
mean,
a
and I
big
know people would argue that it's going to taint the blood, but that sounds weird. It's a black belt. I don't know. You kind of feel the same way I do that the belt isn't that important anymore. Like it's definitely
no.
important between a white belt and black belt, but the lines have blurred. And
Yeah,
technically, they're supposed to because there's some weird shit about getting your belt starts white and eventually turns into
yeah.
black. So it's all real blurred lines.
I
I
mean,
mean,
here's the distinction, like, I can walk into a room and I know where I stand in that room, you know? After
yeah,
a cou
and that guy's on a, who cares? That guy's gonna go away. I mean, he's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be
My
going to
only point about it was, like, here's this rich guy, and all of a sudden he's got a black belt. So, if you were willing to take money to give somebody a black belt, like, where do you draw the line with, what you're willing to lie about for money?
$1 million.
You'll lie about anything for $1 million?
No, I give a guy no, I give a guy a black belt for less than that. I don't know. I find it silly. Who gives a shit? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, well,
but
let's leave it at that.
also, if you did that, don't post the shit online because you're gonna get tore up. I mean, he the guy was rolling in socks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the footage is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but
You
Jake
know,
is
it reminded the thing. Listening to him
full-blown
talk about
defending
it.
this guy, saying, like, responding to comments of people saying, like, "Oh, he's not a real black belt," and Jake like, "Oh, he'll fuck you up."
Maybe he looked like a big guy. Who
Yeah,
knows?
he is a big dude. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not challenging him or anything.
But he's also definitely not the only not underqualified black belt rocking around this.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
probably better than a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely no universal ranking system for jujitsu
Mm-mm.
because you and I have both seen some black belts that are fucking trash.
But we've also seen some black belts that you would look at the person and be like, "Man, I think I could take that guy," and you ain't taking that guy. Like,
No, no, no.
and it's not strength, it's not anything but just pure skill, and
Yeah,
that's the great, the
that's
great thing about black belts.
that's John Keller right there. Probably the most unassuming guy.
And Coach Bill, what's up, Coach Bill?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, if you saw those 2 guys, like, online at Starbucks, you were looking for somebody to bully that
You're
day.
like, I got this.
Yeah, and meanwhile, those guys would knot you up.
One of my favorite stories is from Mike back from Gracie, Clearwater, and he was telling me the story about he'd been training for about a couple months, and here come a new student that's older, you know, heavier guy, and he's like, "Okay, I'm good." We got the new pin cushion, and that guy was Coach Billy Slick. He says, "I was like, all right, I get to roll and beat somebody up, and he beat me up." He said, "I didn't know." I love that
But
story.
but wait, Bill Eastlick was at the gym before Mike joined.
I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe he
I guess.
tried it earlier and quit and came back. Who knows?
Oh, because when I joined, Bill was a student. He was a brown belt.
Hmm.
So Bill was
Yeah,
there before I was, and I was there before Mike.
maybe I don't know. You ruined my story, man. I thought I've always liked that story.
Well, I mean, who paid you off to tell this story? Because it's not factually correct.
I don't know. He told me that story though. It's a weird thing to not make
Paid
up.
you $1 million, I bet.
Yeah,
Have you
I don't
heard?
think so.
Have you heard
I had
about?
I had pizza rolls for dinner, Bill. I don't think anybody gave me $1 million.
Have you heard about? Just not to change gears on you, but have you heard about Chael Sonnen buying stories from Chris Lieben?
No.
Yeah, so they used to train together at the old Team Quest, and Chris Lieben would tell a story about his crazy uncle, like drunk driving a fishing boat or something. And Chael went up to him and he's like, "Hey, I'll give you $100 if I can buy that story from you, but you can never tell that story again. You can never say it's your story again." And Chris Lieben was like hard up for money, so he took the deal. So for years, Chael Sonnen would tell this story about his crazy uncle on a
It was
fishing
Chris
boat,
Laban.
and it was really Chris Lieben's story.
It's just like selling jokes. Comedians do it all the time.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, that seems pretty chill.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally on brand.
Yeah.
Totally on brand. All right,
And
you got any other news?
um, it, just that there was a big change up with the WWE this week. They announced that starting at WrestleMania next summer, they were going to switch from Peacock to ESPN, and it's going to a new app, and it's going to cost $30 a month to watch their pay-per-views. Now, I know we have some crossover listeners, but that's some news I want to, that's relevant to the UFC deal.
That's kind of a bummer to me because I have Peacock and occasionally I'll go on and watch like an old, Royal Rumble or something just for the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Um,
Bummer to me too, man. We watch every event.
yeah, and Peacock is raising their prices as well. So it's going to be ESPN, but it's going to be a separate app,
Hmm.
and that separate app is $30 a month.
Yes.
I mean, they're going to make a lot of money on that because people are going to pay it.
I mean, I don't know what else because it didn't. They haven't mentioned about the old catalog, which that's a very valuable thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Hopefully that stays somewhere that's accessible because I don't really care to pay for the new stuff, but um, I would care to rewatch some of the old stuff like the Attitude Era and like the 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 early 90s Royal Rumbles were probably my favorites.
yeah. I don't know. It's just something to watch. Hopefully the UFC resigns with that because I mean, $30 would be just fine for you get ESPN, UFC, and WWE. But
Dude, if it was just the UFC, $30 a month and all the pay-per-views are included and the streaming works, I'll pay it.
oh, I'd pay 50 or so. To me, my number is always 75. 75
Yeah.
bucks.
It
Everything, but it's got to work and everything from Dana White's Contender Series to freaking UFC 300 is on it.
Yeah, I'd pay 75 a month for that. If it's guaranteed, like if you ever have a streaming issue, like you get your money back that month.
Mhm. And that's a little. I don't think they could pull a swing
Just
that, but
just make it work though. Like, I don't think this happens with any other
at
sport.
least put an effort into making it work.
There's no there's no people, like, having to get an illegal stream because an NFL game is freezing or, like, a NBA game is freezing in the playoffs, and they gotta go find an illegal stream somewhere. That's not happening in other sports.
Anything but combat sports, because it happens with other combat sports. But
Mm. But whatever, if they're charging that money, like, hire the people, the coding guys or whatever to fix it.
yeah, that's a real bummer. That's what has made me think that ESPN never really seemed to put much effort into making the UFC work. So that maybe they learned quickly that they weren't going to be continuing this contract. It
Mhm.
seems odd that they're placing their eggs in the WWE basket with a fake sport. Which, side note, on ESPN or on Netflix, they just did a documentary about the most recent history of the WWE, but they focused on behind the scenes production. It's pretty fascinating.
I might have to check that
Yeah,
out.
that's worth checking out because it focuses on Triple H's job in the behind the curtain, just making sure all the storylines match, and it's really it makes you appreciate what they're doing a bit more. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I thought I wanted the UFC to switch to Netflix, but now I'm kind of hoping to stay with ESPN.
Yeah, I canceled my Netflix after they scammed me a few months ago. Some guy in China stole my account and upgraded it to premium. Anyway,
You didn't have a premium Netflix account?
no, because I don't watch it ever. So I had canceled it for other reasons. And then some series came on that my wife wanted to watch, and she's like, I'm gonna renew it, but I'll just put it at the lowest one with that has commercials or whatever. So I said fine. And
Mark,
then
no, keep
I
going.
was looking over my bank statement one day and I was getting charged like $35 a month for Netflix. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I contacted them and they were like, oh, yeah, it looked like you upgraded to premium in November. And I couldn't even access my account. I couldn't log in. It said my password was wrong. It changed my email. So, like, how secure is this platform that somebody could access my account, change the email on it, and upgrade it while my credit card is still attached to it?
Yeah.
Fucking
Mark Fellow
Netflix.
says if all we gotta do is move to Australia, and he says the fights are on Sunday afternoon, broadcasts are smooth. That's all I need.
Yeah, you just gotta worry about crocodiles, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of other crap you gotta worry about in Australia,
Mhm.
mainly the government.
Not to get political.
Not to get political.
All right. Anything else you wanna get off your chest?
Nope. Next week we're gonna at least talk about some fighters that we know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view actually because
I
I was
actually
looking
think this
over.
main event is a one of the bigger ones of the year.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's a big question. I have, not to give it all away, but I've been always a little skeptic of of Hamzat. I mean,
I mean, cardio's been his issue, and that's not an issue you wanna have going up against Dricus Du Plessis.
nah, but it's just the pure, like, man, first round. Being in the first rounds against Hamzat is probably one of the most dangerous places that you can be in the world. Like, oh,
Yeah, but look, I mean, this guy's been in there with
yeah,
Adesanya.
that's the thing is like everybody looks at Dricus and be like, he's the type of guy that if you watch his fight, you'd be like, all right, if I have a new fan, somebody that's wanting to get into watching fighting or learn how to start fighting, Dricus is not the guy you're going to show. Like that's,
No.
but no one can stop him. I mean, he's just
Right. Yeah, from a technical standpoint, he does almost everything wrong,
but
but
it works.
it works. Yeah, you can't argue with the results.
Yeah, but let's keep high hopes for this weekend.
Eh,
Next week we got some fights, and I think the fighting nerds are making their return. So I'm looking
oh
forward
yeah,
to it.
because
Prates.
yeah, process
And Michael
didn't
Page
look
is
so good in his
sneaking in
last
there.
outing,
Well,
but hopefully he'll redeem himself. All right, I guess we'll call it there. Next time we do an episode, I'll officially have a second grader. So
and maybe an omelet.
maybe an omelet. I'll let you know how those eggs taste. Probably fry them up this weekend over medium.
Do a scramble the first one. Let's just play it safe.
All right. We'll scramble the first one. Fair enough. All right. That's all we got. Until next time. Cheers, everybody. Goodbye. Play the music.